All right, let's get right into it. Selling digital products, things like ebooks, templates, planners. It's kind of the ultimate dream for creators, right? You make something one time and you can sell it over and over and over again. But how do you actually make that happen? Today, we're going to break down the strategy that the top 1% are using, the stuff that really separates them from, well, everyone else. So look at this number, $39,000. And no, that's not some made-up hypothetical figure. That is what one creator, Wendy Nolan, actually made in a single month from her digital products. And here's the kicker. She did it without spending a single penny on ads. Zero. That's the dream we're all chasing, isn't it? Pure profit. But, and this is a big but, that's just not the reality for most people out there. And yeah, here's the hard truth, coming straight from trader Dan Korsby. The harsh truth is that 99% of beginners never make a single sale. Wow. So for every one person who's killing it, you've got 99 others who've built something that just goes nowhere. It just sits there on some digital shelf collecting digital dust. So that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? What do those top 1%ers know that you don't? Is it a better product? Some kind of secret software? Nope. The secret is actually way simpler than that, and it all boils down to a huge misunderstanding about where the real work is. You see, the problem usually isn't the product itself, it's the marketing. Wendy Nolan, the creator who made that 39K, she says creating the product is like maybe 20% of the job. The other 80%, that's all marketing. I mean, think about it. You could have the most amazing, life-changing digital planner ever created, but if nobody ever sees it, it just doesn't matter. And creator Shelby Kay just hits the nail on the head with this. She says, the hardest thing about digital products is having an audience to sell it to. It's not about just making stuff. It's about connecting with people who need that stuff. So how do you actually find that audience? Well, it turns out the successful 1%, they pretty much follow one of two very clear paths. All right, let's talk about path number 1. I kind of like to think of this as the shortcut, or maybe the smart way in. Instead of trying to build a massive audience from scratch, which can take forever, you just go where the audience already is. You basically borrow an audience that's already fired up and ready to buy. So what does that even mean, a borrowed audience? Well, think about a platform like Etsy. It's not social media. It's really a search engine for products. People go there with a problem. They're literally typing in how to organize my finances or weekly meal planner. They're actively looking for a solution. So you're not trying to chase them down, you're just putting your solution right in front of them when they're asking for it. And that's the real magic of a marketplace like Etsy. It brings the traffic to you. Creator Joshua Mayo points out that thousands, and I mean thousands of people are on Etsy every single day searching for things like budget worksheets, ADHD planners, self-care templates. All you have to do is show up when they search. And getting your first product up there is way simpler than you might think. Joshua Mayo breaks it down into this super easy 4-step process. Step 1, just grab a template from Canva. Step 2, use something like ChatGPT to write the text and the prompts for you. Step 3, tweak the design a little, make it your own. And step 4, create a nice little mock-up image for your Etsy listing. That's it. Seriously, the barrier to getting started has never, ever been lower. Okay, so that's path 1. Now for path number 2, the creator path. This one is a bit different. This is the long game. Instead of borrowing an audience, you decide to build your very own from the ground up. This is all about becoming a trusted voice, an authority in your space. But the key here, and this is super important, is to focus all your energy on just one platform. So where do you even start? Well, the experts we're looking at really highlight 3 main platforms. If you want quick engagement and you're good with text, Luna Vega says Threads is the place to be. If you're playing the long game and want to build real, lasting authority, Wendy Nolan swears by YouTube because that content works for you for years. And if your stuff is super visual, Max from Pin Generator points out that Pinterest is an absolute search engine powerhouse. And Luna Vega has this really brilliant way of thinking about it. It's the difference between interruption marketing and solution marketing. On platforms like Instagram or TikTok, you're basically interrupting someone's cat videos to try and sell them something. You're fighting for their attention. But on a platform like Threads, people are often actively looking for answers. You're not interrupting them. You are the solution they were searching for. Big difference. Okay, so whether you choose to borrow an audience on a marketplace or build your own on a platform, there's a tool that has become a total game changer for both paths. We're talking about AI. And it's not just for making your product. It's an incredible force multiplier for your marketing. I mean, check out how simple this can be. Luna Vega shared this ChatGPT prompt: create a thread using the cliffhanger method about how I almost gave up on my digital product business. You can literally generate a week's worth of amazing, engaging content in just a few seconds. You just give the AI your story, and boom, it spits out these viral hooks that grab people's attention. And if you want to get really advanced, Dan Corsby lays out a strategy for building a completely AI-powered salesperson. It's wild. Step 1, you use ChatGPT to create a detailed character persona. Step 2, you use an AI art tool like Midjourney to create what they look like. And from there, you can just keep generating content of your AI character, creating all this viral, faceless stuff that sells your product 24/7. You don't even have to be on camera anymore. So we've covered the two paths: borrowing an audience on Etsy, building one on social media. But now we get to the most important part. This is the point where every single one of these successful creators agrees. There's one asset that is absolutely non-negotiable, no matter which path you choose.
40x. According to Wendy Nolan, email is 40 times more effective at getting a sale than social media. Just let that sink in for a second. That's not 40% more effective, it is 40 times more effective. It is, without a doubt, the single most powerful and profitable tool in their entire toolkit.
And Wendy just says it so perfectly. Email equals income. That's it. That's the big takeaway here. The whole point of your marketing, whether you're on Etsy or YouTube or Threads, should be to do one thing: get people off of those platforms you don't control and onto your email list, which you do control. And this is exactly why it's so critical. Look, you don't own your followers. An algorithm change on Instagram or YouTube could completely wipe out your business overnight. You don't own that audience. But your email list, that is an asset that you own. It's yours. It's the only thing that's stable and reliable when everything else is constantly changing. So, there you have it. The strategy is pretty clear, and the two paths are laid out right in front of you. The only real question left is, what are you going to do? Are you going to take the fast path and borrow an audience that's ready to go? Or are you going to play the long game and start building an audience that's all your own? The choice is yours.